How's everybody doing? Smoking cigars with Howlinblind, Muddy Slim. That's me. As I always do, I give due respect to Gary Burbank, who is the original Howlinblind, Muddy Slim. Smoking today, Hoyt Monterey Excalibur 1066 Dark Knight. All right, let's get that going. That's my standby cigar. I smoke those quite a bit. It's like my everyday cigar. Usually in the morning on my way to work. And by the way, today is Wednesday, May the 19th. I was usually on the way to work after I've had my Monday 2 sausage and egg biscuits from McDonald's for $3, or my Tuesday donuts from Jeff's Bakery in Jeffersonville, Indiana. Best bakery goods ever. Well, then I'll smoke one of these before the day gets started. I'll get it started. I'll smoke it throughout the day. Anyway. Well, let me get started. What I want to talk about today is the big victory across the country by people who ran in the primaries, who put the big career politicians out, basically. I haven't really caught a whole lot of everything. I do believe Arlen Specter lost in the primary, and that was a big victory for America. But the one I want to talk about the most is Mr. Rand Paul, R-A-N-D-P-A-U-L, the son of Ron Paul. You know me, I'm a Ron Paul supporter. When was it? Probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I was thinking about running for president. I put a shirt and tie on and did a video, and I was talking about tax reform and all that. And I remember I said something about, well, I don't want to support any president who talks about reducing my taxes or raising my taxes, or raising the taxes on the rich or reducing the taxes on the rich. I wanted to hear about someone who was going to talk about tax elimination. And then all of a sudden I found Ron Paul. He made more sense to me than any other politician I'd ever listened to, ever heard of in my whole life. I started really digging into history, listening to Ron Paul, and rediscovered things that I wasn't taught in school. I wasn't taught that much about Andrew Jackson and Thomas Jefferson, who in my opinion were two of the greatest presidents we ever had. Rand Paul basically has his dad's beliefs, which I think is fantastic. I'm on Facebook, and there's this little thing that they got this called Rand Paul's Wacky Ideas. So I click on it, and I go to the website, and I'm thinking, I agree with that. I agree with that. Shut down Guantanamo Bay. I agree with that. Get us out of the war. I agree with that. Go back on a gold standard. I agree with that. Hell, what's wrong with that stuff? You get the main media, and there'll be some people who will read it and they'll think, oh, that's funny, he's a nut. But here's the thing. Don't just listen to what the main media has to say. Make up your own mind. Do some research. Get up off your lazy ass and do some real research. Don't let Keith Olbermann do all your research for you. Don't let Katie Couric do all your research for you. So my congratulations to Rand Paul first. Congratulations to Rand Paul, and you're going to win in November. You're going to win in November. It's going to be a clean sweep. American people are getting sick up and fed. I think I heard that on the Cheech and Chong record. Sick up and fed. No, we're getting sick and tired and fed up of our government treating us like we're little bitty babies still in our diapers. They've got to change our diapers. They've got to feed us. They've got to house us, and we can't do anything for ourselves. I'm sick of it. And the American people are waking up, and they're sick of it. They're sick of a government who is so in debt that it's going to cost our great-great-great-grandchildren a fortune. They'll be the ones really paying for it. But see, it can never be paid off, and I'm not going to get back into that because you know where I'm going. If you want to know why it'll never be paid off, go back and watch some of my earlier videos. The Tea Party movement. You know, Keith Olbermann and all these people who want to say the Tea... Now, and the reason we call it the Tea Party movement, folks, is because of what happened back there in the Pilgrim days when the American people who were here for the American experiment got sick and tired of the British rule, putting taxes on everything. That when they put a tax on the tea, they said, that's it. We can't even drink tea without having to pay this big fat fucker a bunch of money. So they dressed up in Indian suits, and they went and they dumped all the teas out in Boston Harbor, and went and got a gypsy fortune teller who could read harbors. And she said, you're going to be a great country. Stand up against these tyrants, and you will be a great country. America is a great country. We're being bombarded by the men in power who want to take our freedoms away from us, the freedoms that we were given by God, the freedoms we were given by fighting the British and winning our independence. But the Tea Party movement isn't just the Republicans, folks. Yeah, Rand Paul ran on the Republican Party ticket, but he's more of a libertarian, as I am. The Tea Party movement is just American people. It's whites. It's blacks, it's Hispanics, it is Republicans, it's Democrats, it's Baptist, it's Catholic, it's all these people who have decided, I'm not going to stick with just one party because my party has been sticking it to me for years. And we're tired and we want real change. How many times has a politician ran for change and you voted for him, and the only change that happened was now you're bringing home less money and paying more in taxes? We want real change that's going to benefit America. We want a government that isn't all full of itself and trying to run us. You know, there's nothing wrong with a Congress and a Senate passing no laws. I'm at 9 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and get done here. Congratulations, Rand Paul, and all the people in the Tea Party movement. America, wake up. Find out what's going on. Put your government under the microscope because they've got you there, and they're trying to figure out how to dissect you. You need to figure out what we're going to do about it. And right now, without a revolution, the only way to do it is in the political arena. People like Ron Paul, and anybody else who stands for freedom and American individualism, the American sovereignty, and no taxes, because it can be done. Let's shut down the Fed, shut down the IRS, and start printing United States notes at no interest. Let's get this country out of debt. Let's get the American people back to work, and let's put our politicians in their place. Thank you.